You are looking for a sign that God is paying attention to you.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. And is it just me, or does it seem like most women that complain or about being single or not finding good men always seem to be well past the wall? I understand. I get it. But in order for women to be able to get past this problem, they're going to have to understand a man's nature and understand that if you want a certain type of dude, that you're going to have to snatch him up in your best years and early, because 9 times out of 10 that man is going to want a family, and he's going to want his own family. He's not going to want a woman with kids. He's not going to want women that have been ran through men after men after men, and ain't nobody tied her down, and now she's sitting over here in her 30s with a high body count. You know what I mean? And not to mention all the trauma and, that comes with that. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to have a kid as well. All right, so I'm going to show y'all some more clips that, further proves this point. All right, so let's jump into it.
How's dating changed for you at 32 than it did when you were 22?
I feel like it was easier at 22 because I was young and not exactly sure what I'm looking for. And now that I'm older and I know what I'm looking for and like what my expectations are, I think it's harder for me because I find it harder to be flexible with that, just because like I know what I bring to the table.
So what do you think you bring to the table?
Drive, ambition. I'm successful in my career. I don't know. I can cook. I mean, that's a loaded question. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm overall a good person. I have loyalty. I'm a decent communicator, but somebody could disagree with you.
Would you be open to dating a guy who made significantly less than you?
Yeah, why not?
Did money used to have a bigger importance when you were younger?
Yes.
So what changed?
I grew up.
Stop the cap.
Nah, see, what happened is that she realized as she got older and got more into her career that her options started to dwindle. And keep in mind, man, she's average looking at best, all right? She ain't nothing special. But she ain't ugly. I'm not going to sit over here and say that either. However, if you were so into your career, clearly that played a factor, because now you're sitting over here at 32 saying it's a lot harder. And then when the man asked her, well, would you deal with a man making significantly less? Because she said, and her excuse was that she grew up. Nah, it wasn't because you grew up. It's because you recognized the dating pool that you entered once you started making that amount of money and what that came with dealing with those kind of men. See, so now you're willing to deal with a man that makes significantly less only because you know that he'll treat you better, and you're 32. But notice it was more of an requirement when she was 22. See, and this is where women screw up. Y'all should have that mentality when y'all young to be trying to lock somebody down. But instead, what y'all do is y'all use that to have 3 or 4 phases and do whatever the hell y'all want to do. And then y'all end up like this. All right, let's keep it moving.
Men are on their purpose around 35. If you wait to 35, basically 80% of women between 35 and 39 have a child. So you have to get lucky. That means 20. There's only 20% of women left in the United States between 35 and 39 that don't have a kid. And a lot of these guys don't want to. Shout out to the brothers who can. Shout out to the brothers who can be stepfathers. But a lot of these brothers aren't willing to step up to the plate and be a stepfather. It's a shitty deal. It's a shitty deal. A lot of these men want to they want to impress these women on their own. They don't want to have a woman that's already been impressed by, imprinted by another man. So what do?
Just listen. Let's hear me out. You in this right now. Columbia. You watching social media every day, and you hearing black men saying y'all ain't, and do you bring 50 to the table and all this shit. Now you going on dates. Now we were in a pandemic dealing with all this shit. Now we out of the pandemic. I'm trying to go on dates to find a new man to see if I could find a husband. The clock is ticking, and all these men ain't trying to fuck with me. Let me try to take these braids out, this wig off, and put some braids in, and look like Janet Jackson. Try to look more natural because they say they don't want these. Let me try to change it up. This is what's going through a whole bunch of women's heads. So now we're sitting back going, damn, clock is ticking. It's harder. It's more beautiful women out here. I'm competing with the younger girls and I'm competing with the older women. I'm 35. No babies. No husband.
And what you gonna do with
so
that?
I ain't gonna go, I'm gonna shake it off and don't give a shit. I'm gonna be soaking. I'm gonna be hurt. I'm gonna be feeling
You go ahead. You go ahead and you go freeze those eggs.
If it's that simple.
It's
Why
kind of
isn't
expensive.
It's expensive as hell, baby girl.
You stupid.
Come on, we talking about what are you talking about? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
You get this mentality.
I'm a different kind of breed.
Oh, you the modern girl. You the modern girl.
I am 25 years old, and I already, if I don't see my life going in the direction that I want, I'm freezing my eggs. That's just me.
The problem with us women
I cannot keep victimizing myself. I'm not a victim. He's already moved on.
I like that part.
Amanda, I hear you there, and I agree with you there. But I'm gonna say this.
I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna be sensitive.
I'm gonna say this to you. There's a lot
You
of young
I'm
women
be
have this
sensible?
mentality
Yeah.
that they could rebuild just like that. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm not. But the reality is this: that you're competing with so many other beautiful women. No man got to pick you. You might never get picked again. You might never. You could freeze your egg. That shit could be in the freezer forever.
Impossible.
You might never get picked.
No, let's ask a man. Let's ask a man. Let us know.
Who's not picking this?
What?
Oh shit!
Because a man is like, I'm just gonna dust myself off and I'm gonna grab me.
Get back at it.
So what I'm saying is, based on what T is the scenario that T is presenting, you're 35. You have multiple failed long-term relationships. You clearly are fucked up somewhere because you haven't done your assessment and gotten right so that you can get what you want. And you got the passport bro bullshit. You got all the Instagram bullshit. You got the, you're going to be dying along with the cat bullshit. You don't have the 30 G's to freeze your eggs. Like all
you a
like
4 or a 10.
Yeah, like all this. You're not a 7. So I'm just saying, like,
at best,
based on what you, as a man, how do you assess what her response is?
So to answer your question.
All right, now, as much as I would have loved to hear what Rico had to say, unfortunately, that was the end of the clip, fellas. So I don't want nobody trying to kill me in the comments over here talking about some, man, what's the link to that? Da-da-da. I'm like, look, that came from 8 at the Tables channel on TikTok. Go check them out. I highly recommend y'all check out their content on YouTube as well, all right? So please don't come for me in the comments. That's just where the clip ended at, because I wanted to hear what he had to say too. However, I think I can answer that question for you very, very easily. Don't have the attitude or the mindset of the 25-year-old that was on the couch with her. How about we start there? I'm like, did y'all not see the attitude coming from this woman? And this one, and then when the older woman sat over here and said, you might not ever get picked again. And that woman had the nerve to say, who ain't gonna pick me? Who ain't gonna pick this? See, this was what zones me out, bro, because as much as women want to sit over here and say they want a man with confidence, if a man spoke about himself this way, these women would sit over here and try to act like he's the most misogynistic, evilest person on the planet. But when they act like this, it's just perfectly fine, and it's not supposed to come off, in a bad way, or it's not supposed to come off as unattractive to men. It's like, don't get me wrong, like, I take that back to some degree. I will argue men want women that are a little bit humble when it comes to beauty, because at the end of the day, beauty is far more common than successful men. So, you know what I mean? And success is earned, not given, like beauty is. So with that being said, I really don't understand the disconnect, but at the same time, all I can say is this, man. Any women that watch my channel, don't steer women off of the path that sound like that 25-year-old that's on the couch, because as attractive as she is, and at her age, she should be having men in line to be her husband right now. because within the next 5 years she needs to be getting married and start having kids. So that way she don't end up like all the other 30-year-olds and older that you saw in this video. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.